Hello everyone, how are we all doing? I'm just going to tag everyone so you know that I am here if you are taking part in the 6-week sugar detox. Then I want you to make sure that, doesn't look like it's showing up, I want you to make sure that you are doing your weekly reset and reload. There we go, there I am, awesome. Let me just tag everyone. Ooh. Fabulous. All right, so yeah, 6-week sugar detox. How are we all doing? So as promised, I said we would be doing a review after week 1. So I didn't want you to set a goal for the whole of your 6 weeks. I wanted you to set a goal for week 1, just to break it down to make things easy. And as I said, you could go cold turkey with it. You could reduce it a tiny little bit or somewhere in the middle. And I'm going to talk about how I have done, which isn't as well as I would like to have, but that is being human and it's normal. So that's why I wanted to share it with you guys so that there's no shame in essentially failing your goal in week 1, because this is a learning process and understanding where we can push ourselves. So my week 1, I had the goal of having sugar once at the weekend, well, one day over the week. And I chose it to be the weekend because me and my husband like to go to cafes, and New Zealand has extremely good cafes and bakeries where their baked goods are beautiful, and they are like all traditional baking methods. You know, they don't add all the shit into there, but they do use sugar. Obviously, a lot of products do. So one success of the week for me is that I made a passion fruit slice, which was all paleo. There was no refined sugar in there. Yes, there was honey in there, and there was passion fruit in there. What else had sugar? Lemon. But what my goal was to remove the refined sugar out of my diet. So I'm still getting sugar from other elements like honey and fruit, but the refined sugar is what I was removing from my diet for 6 out of 7 days of the week. Got to the weekend, smashed it. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, no sugar, felt really good. I mean, I did crave it. I did want to go to the shop after I had trained a client in the gym. I actually can still feel myself there. I was really tired, and I trained the client in the gym, and I was driving straight towards the supermarket where you obviously know you can buy all sorts of yummy sugary treats, and then there's a right turn to go home. And I made the decision, very split decision, because I was kind of set on going to the supermarket. But I was thinking about you guys because I love the accountability in here, and I turned right to go home instead of going straight. So that was a success for me. To be honest, I was just hungry. So there's a learning for some people that you might just be hungry and you don't want the sugar. Your body just wants the food. So I made a really nutritious chicken salad. After it, no sugar cravings, all gone. Felt so much better in myself. And yeah, my energy levels climbed again. So that was a really good win for me, good success for me. But yeah, so I made that. I enjoyed my cafe on the Saturday with my husband. I had a really good apple turnover. That's something else that I kind of want to work towards, is getting my refined sugar from enjoyable sources rather than just mindlessly eating it. So me getting this home-baked apple turnover, it was beautiful. I really enjoyed it, and that was me mindfully enjoying that apple turnover, and I was like, yeah, great, fantastic. So then Sunday happened. We went to another cafe, but I nearly got my savoury dish and a pudding and a slice, but I didn't. I was like, no, I'm not going to do that. So I just had my savoury. So there's a big win for me as well. So I went Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Saturday was my off day, but I knew it was going to be. Sunday, there's my 5 days. Then I had another 2 days. Monday went pretty well. I went without sugar on Monday, but then Tuesday was not so good. I realised that I'm in what I call my PMS danger zone, and this is when my energy drops. I don't sleep as well. Tuesdays are busy days for me as well. I wake up at 5 a.m. to teach a 6 a.m. class at the gym. Then I do teach another class to the elderly and people with long-term conditions, and then I have the rest of the working day in my part-time day job that I have working with people with long-term conditions. And I'm fairly new to that role. I'm only about 8 or 9 weeks in, so I'm still learning. I'm still quite tired about it. Yeah, and I ended up going to the supermarket and buying a cookie, but I could have bought more. So I just had the one cookie, but it wasn't ideal because it's not part of my plan. So that was my week. So to be honest, 1 out of 2 days, I had 2 days rather than 1 day. That was on the sugar. So this week coming, I am resetting my goals, and this is what I want you guys to do. I want you to reset your goals because I want you to reflect back on how you've done. So if you did great and that goal was perfect for you, you didn't feel too much pressure, you felt like it was a bit of a push, but it was perfect, you achieved it, then maybe stick to the same goal for week 2. If you're like me and you, let's use the word failed your goal, assess how badly you have failed your goal. If you have given yourself this, put yourself up on a pedestal and you put this goal up there and it's really, really far out of your reach, then please try and scale it back for week 2. So really, really scale it back. If you decided you were going to completely cut sugar out for the whole week and then you ate sugar every single day, maybe scale it back and have sugar every day, but only have one type of sugar. So you have a biscuit, or you have half a chocolate bar, or have sugar every other day, or whatever it is that works for you. But I want you to reassess things. On the other side, if you have smashed your goal, it maybe was a little bit too easy for you, or I don't like to use that because you've failed, you've been successful, but maybe go to the next level. So maybe you did have sugar 3 times a day previously and you cut it down to 2 times a day, and you're like, actually 2 times a day was fine. Maybe you want to cut it down to once a day, or you want to do 2 times a day on 1 day and then do alternate 1 times a day, and just slowly ease yourself into the reduction of sugar. So reassess your goals. I want to see you pop them into the group. For me, I am looking at my current life right now, and I am in my probably 6 to 7 days off my period. This is when, as I said, my energy does drop. I do start struggling a little bit. So what I am going to do is I'm going to allow myself to have refined sugar twice, 2 days this week if I need it. I'm not going to plan it in, so I actually didn't feel like I needed the sugar on Saturday. So I probably could have done with not having it. So what I am going to do is not plan in those days. I'm going to listen to my body and go, actually, this weekend, don't feel like I need it. All good. I probably had enough sleep. And then I'm going to see, maybe Monday, have I had work? I need to give myself an energy boost. Not ideal through the sugar, but that's what I'm going to do. And then I probably will end up having a chocolate craving at some point. I'm not a big chocolate eater. I don't eat it all month round. But in the lead up to my period, I often do. So what I'm going to strive for is going for a dark chocolate because that's better for me, and hopefully curb my getting a big bar of milk chocolate. So that's my goal for this week. The following week will look different for me because I will be through, hopefully, that PMS time for me, and I will be able to do a lot more from a food perspective. I will have more energy. So I want you to assess that kind of thing as well. Do you have a kids party? Are you coming on your period? Think about all the, let's use excuses that you've got, and be honest with yourself. Are they excuses? Can you remove them, or do you need to work around them like me? So if you feel like your goal has changed and you're stepping back a little bit this week, you're not stepping back, because compare it yourself to what you were like before you did the sugar detox. So I hope that helped. I would love to hear what your goals are for this week. Choose whether you what your goals are, when you're going to have sugar, if you are going to have sugar, and whether you're going to plan it in, or whether you're going to listen to your body a little bit more. If you're not that great at listening to your body, I would recommend that you don't do that. I've had a few years experience of listening to my body and my symptoms and understanding my body. If you're not there, potentially plan in the sugar, so you know that you're not going to be binging on the sugar. I'd rather you just sprinkle the sugar in throughout the week, but a small amount, than you going, I'm not going to eat any sugar, I'm listening to my body, and then you hit a really, really sugar low and you just get it all. All right, so I'm going to jump off now. I hope that helped. I will speak to you all again in a week's time to see how you're getting on. All right, speak to you all soon. Bye.